Uh, Dear students, I welcome you to the lecture. So, in previous lecture, we dealt with the conclusion of the poem, The Love Song of J. Alfred Prufrock, and we already concluded the poem. And after the conclusion, I would like to deal with some of the important aspects of the poem. So, and the aspects are related to the themes of the poem. So, this poem is loaded with different themes, and whenever we think about a piece of literature, so it tries to convey at least some themes. Likewise, the poem The Love Song of J. Alfred Prufrock also has some important themes. And the first one is Prufrockian paralysis. So the word Prufrock is being associated with a sort of paralysis. So what is this paralysis? You may be knowing that this paralysis is a disease. In Marathi, there is a word Ardhangvayu. It means in our society there is a Prufrockian tendency. And this Prufrockian tendency means not to act, not to, you can say, reveal whatever emotions you have, what not to disclose them. So this paralysis is something that is given in this PPT that is there in front of you. So this paralysis is incapability to act. Basically, Prufrock is not capable to do certain activities in his life. Whatever he thinks, so he is thinking on the, you can say, psychological level. And basically, his thoughts are not realized in terms of certain activities, in terms of certain, you can say, performance. So, what does I try to understand? So always Prufrock is willing to propose to those women, but he is not able to do that. In other words, so Prufrock is a great failure to act in his life. He is not able to perform anything. He is such a person who is not able to act properly. He is such a person who is not able to disclose his feelings to people. So he only thinks. So basically, he is a sort of passive person in his life, and because of this passivity, I should say. So this Prufrockian paralysis is. So Prufrockian paralysis is there in his life, and in this way, so this is being underlined in the poem by T.S. Eliot. People are not able to act. People only think. People only say. So there is a great difference between saying and doing something. So Prufrock is not able to do anything. So in this way, so this Prufrockian paralysis means this is the incapability to act towards certain things in his life. So this is his incapability of acting. So basically, there is a word which I had used in connection with Prufrock, and that word is neighborhood. I said that Prufrock is a neighborhood sort of person. He is not able to act anything. He is not able to do anything. So he only thinks. He only says. He doesn't do anything. So this is something specific that I talked about in my lectures that I discussed about the poem. So, and this Prufrock seems to be a baffled creature. Baffled means he is completely confused whether to do it or not to do it. So this is the sort of baffled situation that Prufrock has. So he is a man of lot of confusion. So he is not able to do whatever he thinks. So this is something that I always live regarding Prufrock's character. So and he is intimidated. So his state is intimidated. So what does this intimidation try to understand? As if he is afraid of something. This intimidation means somebody who is afraid of something. So basically, he is afraid of confronting those women. He is afraid of talking to them. He is afraid of proposing to those women. So in this way, so many a time, Prufrock's state of mind is completely intimidated. So he is not able to do those acts. So in this way, so this is the paralysis of not saying anything. This is the paralysis of being afraid of people. This is paralysis of not being associated with people. So in this way, this Prufrockian paralysis is there in this context that we come across in the poem, throughout the poem. This is the matter. And Prufrock always has that anxiety. Anxiety means एक चिंता किंवा काळजी आहे त्याच्या मनामध्ये. And this anxiety is psychosexual. This anxiety is psychological or sexual. So basically, he is willing to be psychologically and even sexually associated with those women, but he is not able to perform those acts. And in this way, this is the sort of passive matter that is quite clear in the poem. So this is anxiety, this is Prufrock's paralysis, this is Prufrock fear, this is Prufrock incapability, this is Prufrock weakness. So there can be so many adjectives and negative adjectives which can be applied in case of Prufrock. And in this way, this is quite clear throughout the poem that Prufrock has this paralysis. एक विशिष्ट अशा प्रकारचा अर्धांगवायू आहे जो म्हणजे खरं तर दो अर्धांगवायू म्हणजे प्रुफ्रॉकला झपाटून टाकतोय. And in this way, because of which, so Prufrock is not able to do anything in his life. So this is the first theme that is Prufrockian paralysis. It may be clear to you. So second is temporal repetition. Temporal means temperament of Prufrock is clear through his repeated lines. Again and again, certain things are being repeated. Okay, so one of the lines which has been repeated in the poem is, "Would it have been worth it after all?" So would it have been worth? So this line is again and again repeated. So this repetition underlines Prufrock's state of affairs. It means it underlines Prufrock's state of mind. So how is that state? He is completely confused. He is completely afraid. He doesn't have that much daring to say anything to those women. So basically, only saying means to do certain things in the poem, but unfortunately, so Prufrock is not able to do anything. He is not able to say anything. He is not able to express his thoughts. He is not able to express his feelings to those women, and because of this, again and again, certain things are being repeated. So this repetition underlines his temperament. This repetition underlines his psyche. This repetition underlines his state of mind in the poem. So he is afraid, he is paralyzed, he is weak, he is baffled, he is intimidated, he has that anxiety. So all these things are being underlined through this repetition. So that is there in the poem. So this is the second theme in the poem. And the last one, very important one. Actually, there are so many themes, and the next theme is fragmentation. So Prufrock seems to be fragmented. Fragmented means something which has been turned into pieces. So it seems as if Prufrock is fragmented. So this is a fragmented sort of personality. So fragmented means, so it is that kind of personality whose thoughts are not consistent. It is that sort of personality about whom one cannot guess how that person is going to behave. It cannot be guessed. So this is something fragmented that is there in the poem that we come across. So this is fractured and chaotic world. So it is not only the condition of Profrog, whereas this is the condition of so many people who are living in the last century, who were living in the last century, I should say. So those people were fractured, those people were broken. So and those people were broken because those people were living in a chaotic world. That world had lot of chaos. Chaos means काय गोंगाट गोंधळ. So in this way, Prufrock is the representative of those people so who were fractured. And even I should not say that such people were there in the past, whereas such people are always there in all the ages. So even in the 21st century also, such people are always found. Such people are predominantly found in the world, and this world is completely chaotic. This world is completely fractured. This world is chaotic because people are not aware what is happening around them. This world is fragmented. This world is fractured because there are certain things which make them fractured. So people are not able to say anything. So there is a great failure of communication, which is one of the themes in the poem. People are not able to express their thoughts. People are not able to express their emotions. So people are not able to say those things which are they are willing to say and planning to say. Unfortunately, they are not able to express those things. So this world is chaotic. This world is fractured, and people are not able to say certain things because of this chaos across the world. So Profrog is the mouthpiece of that last century, mouthpiece of the 20th century. So he is not able to do anything because he is not able to say certain things because of his temporal conditions. So because he is afraid of so many things, it is given in the poem that Prufrock is afraid. Okay, so he is afraid of himself. He is afraid of the world. He is afraid of his baldness. He is afraid of his weakness. He is afraid of, you can say, his own psyche. So it is something that is absolutely clear in the poem. So we have already dealt with these aspects while we were dealing with the poem. So this is fragmentation, and this is that sort of world which doesn't have any meaning. So there is a lack of meaning in the world. So meaninglessness, frustration, hopelessness is the prominent factor. So that is found nowadays. So this life doesn't have any meaning. So if this life has any meaning, then definitely that meaning could have been pursued by the people. But unfortunately, this word lacks meaning. Lack means abhav. You may be knowing the word lack. Lack doesn't mean lack. Okay. So there is complete lack of meaning across the world, and that lack of meaning is even, you can say, hampering. It is affecting the life of common people like Prufrock. Okay, this world doesn't have any meaning. Okay, so there are so many factors which cause meaninglessness of the world. So while discussing the background, 20th century social as well as the literary background, I even talked about this factor, how this world became meaningless, how the contemporary situations affected the overall nature of the 20th century in general. So, and even literature in particular. So, I talked about it. So, in this way, so these are the important themes in the poem. I am not saying that these are the only themes, but there are more themes that I may have, you can say, talked about while dealing with the poem. So, with this, I declare that the love song of J. Alfred Prufrock is over, and after this, I'm going to deal with the next poem, and the title of that poem is Preludes. Till then, we will have a break. Thank you very much.